Well, hey guys, just wanted to bring y'all along to show y'all what I do. Hopefully it's gonna be more often. Right now I'm getting about 1-2 times a week, but I'm hopefully gonna be able to pick up more often now that summer's here and it's warmer and just easier to do. And so, you know, just been at it about 5 minutes and you know, just slowly making progress. I started down there past that curve where that car is coming from and just picking up the trash on the side of the road, trying to make a small difference. And you would be surprised how much trash there really is in just any area, like just looking like stuff that you wouldn't even see. And so hopefully everyone's gonna slow down today and not hit me. Had a couple of close calls before, but you know, it is what it is. That's why I got the high vis on, the boots, and the pants, because you know, there's critters out here and they'd just bite me if they were scared. And so, but like I said, I've only been doing this about 5 minutes and already got a couple things, a couple vapes, a couple car parts, a couple beer bottles, beer cans, just a whole bunch of stuff. And so I'm trying to get all this done before the rain comes, because I would hate to see any of this, like this yellow thing right here. Thinking it's a bag. This yellow bag, oh, don't sink in here. Would hop right into the river and just go straight out to the Gulf or the lake, and then into the Gulf of Mexico. Get off the guy's property. So I'm allowed to walk the road up to the ditch, but past the ditch is their property. And I try not to hop on anybody's property, just because I'm not trying to get in trouble. But so you may be wondering, why are you just watching this dude pick up trash on the side of the road? I'm sorry, I don't know why you're watching me pick up trash on the side of the road, to be honest with you. But hopefully seeing me do it might want you to do it. Because just 10-15 minutes a day, one piece of trash a day can make a world of difference. And so, but really low, not very expensive to do this all. A couple trash bags, a grabber, and you're off to do it, and you can clean a whole road. And thankfully everybody today is slowing down and not hitting me. I got a piece of caution tape on the backpack, because the other day when I was doing it, nobody was slowing down. I don't know if they just aren't paying attention or what. So another beer can, here a glove. You know, you never know what you're gonna find. Right before, another lighter. You know, just, you never know what you're gonna find, like I just said. Found a wedding light up plastic thing. You like bang it around and throw it at weddings. I know we had them at my wedding a couple months ago. And so, but yeah, just that stuff that you would never even notice. Like I didn't even see this here, but before I walked past it. That is a marker. I'm going to leave that. Piece of metal. There's always something. Like this. Just buried in the side of the ditch. It's just crazy how much either gets tossed out the window, flies out the bed of a truck, or just gets tossed out. I like to believe that most of this fell out of the back of a garbage truck or blew up the bed of a truck, but I hate to say it, I don't think this is one of the times I'll go in there and grab it. Oh, one of my favorite bottles. You don't want to know what's in there. I always try to get all the water out of everything that I can without opening it myself, because I'm not trying to touch that. But right here is kind of where you'll see there's actually a hill right there, so the water kind of either stops, either flows this way, or right there at that crest it goes that way. So a lot of stuff gets trapped up in here, I have found. Ooh, don't slip. But yeah, so I'm just trying to show everybody that you can make a difference, even if you don't think what you do yourself is worth it. I promise you, it's worth it, because I've cleaned up so many streets, picked up so many, not I want to say thousands, but it might be thousands of pounds of trash, and hopefully gonna pick up tens of thousands of pounds more with y'all to follow along, and maybe even one day come do it with me, or set up a group of your own. Yeah, all these little liquor bottles. Ooh, almost slipped there. I'm not trying to stick my hand in anywhere right now, just because I'm not trying to get bit by if anything's living in the ditch. Luckily, these leather boots and long pants won't let them really get me, but I had a buddy the other day get bit just weed whacking his grass at home by a little brown snake that he didn't know what it was, and so he was all worried, but it was just a little brown snake. Car coming. Hop over here. Like I said, I try not to hop into people's property, because all of this is privately owned, and so I try not to get in trouble with any of the landowners, just because I'd like to continue to do this and not have to avoid their ditches altogether because of some miscommunication. And generally I've never had a miscommunication, but you know, you always just try to think how to avoid any misunderstandings at all. And honestly, this is not that bad. I've picked up this route a couple times because I drive it almost every day, but you know, it's either from the trash people, and you're speeding. Either it's from the trash people, or who knows, it's just being thrown out the cab by somebody who doesn't care. But I'm gonna catch up with y'all later. I'm gonna keep walking, and once I get to something interesting, I'll bring y'all back. And so on my second bag right now, I got a couple interesting things here. More beer cans, a paint tray, some construction debris. Almost didn't see you. Another Crown Apple bottle. Somebody's been partying. And it all leads down to a ditch down here, a bigger drainage ditch that gets thrown out into a river, which is no good. Let's see if I can get this. Not from underneath that log. But yeah, guys, if you have any tips or tricks, or you know, anything that y'all have done that helped y'all make picking up litter easier, or you know, recycling easier, you know, different things, feel free to leave a comment with them. You know, because it just there's never too much information out there. It's almost time for this bag to be tied up and put on the side of the road for me to come back and pick up. But I know I'm not going to get everything, just because there's no way somebody will be able to get everything, because there's just so much hidden that you just cannot see. And so that's that big old hill I was talking about coming down. Not big, but for around here it's big. That hill over there that comes down and kind of just funnels everything over into the into this area. Really, one of my goals with this is one, to raise awareness, to get more people out here doing it, because nobody is. I've been the only one I've ever seen out here in 3 years picking up litter on the side of these roads. Now the government will come out every once in a while and pick it up, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I've probably seen them. I've seen them on the main road up there on the highway every couple years, but I've never seen them on one of these back roads, especially out in the country where there's not that many people. All right, guys, I'm back. Just finished the, I think, 3rd or 4th bag, I lost count, of trash. It's probably been about 20-25 minutes just walking down the road from my starting point. Hop in the ditch real quick, don't get hit. And what brought y'all back, not because I've found anything cool. I found a takeout tray, another vape, just the normal trash, nothing too crazy. Some more car parts. But up here, that's a first. Thing of nail polish or lipstick. That's why where the hive is, guys. But right over here is that tributary, or the big old drainage ditch for this area. And so let me hop in here and, oh, another first. I'll actually use this on my truck. Now that's expensive. That is very expensive. It's probably a couple $100 right there, and a drop hitch and a lock. Let's stick that over here by the other trash. What is this? Another car part, I believe. Yeah, it's just crazy what you guys could find and what I have found in the past. Stick that right here. Grab that trash bag and put it right next to it so I don't forget it. And see what I mean? There's that lid to that lipstick. That right here, and I'll come back and pick all that up. But what was I saying? Oh, up here is the collection point, or not collection point, where it all flow to eventually. Can I grab this without falling in the ditch? I need to get me another one of those longer grab arms. Mine broke the other day. I try not to get off my feet doing this, because in case I have to jump out the way of somebody not paying attention. Just check real quick, make sure nobody's coming. I'm gonna hop in here and grab that bottle. Like I said, only do this if you're wearing stuff snakes and everything can't bite through, because that'd be a quick way to ruin your day. and keep you from doing this for a long time. If I was wearing shorts, I would not be getting in this ditch. And so my real goal is not only to pick up litter, but to find a way to incorporate it into maybe a souvenir, because I only live, I'll say, about an hour and a half from New Orleans. And it's a big old tourist place, you know. Mainly New Orleans gets its income and all that derived from tourism. It's no longer an oil hub like it used to be. I got moved to Houston when Hurricane Katrina came around. And so, you know, maybe try to find a way to convert all this plastic waste and aluminum waste into something that can actually leave New Orleans or a local area for good. You know, souvenirs, something small that somebody will actually treasure and not just throw on the side of the road. Because until, you know, we get rid of all this single-use stuff, which will never happen, but once, we just need to find a way to get it out of here for good. But yeah, here we're getting to where it kind of just flattens off, and there's no flow ever. So everything just kind of settles here and just stays here, unless we get a flood event. And then it ends up down the river in the bayou. But if y'all have made it this far into the video, I appreciate it. I know it's not the most interesting. I know I'm not the most interesting person to hear talk all day. But hopefully that'll get better as time goes on and I learn more about the nuances and all that stuff that comes to making YouTube videos. I see these guys do it all day, every day. And I just wonder how they figure out what to talk about to themselves for a couple hours. Or if y'all have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll address them in the next video. I don't know if I'm gonna film a couple videos and before I post this one, because honestly I haven't even come up with a name yet for the channel of what I'm gonna post them underneath. And so it might be a week or two before I get all that set up, because I definitely want to raise awareness. That is not a little piece of litter. Ow. Oh, I just hit myself. Yeah, it's just crazy things you can find in the ditch and covered underneath them leaves. But yeah, I will catch y'all when I get to the end of the road right over there and when we start working our way back. All right guys, I made it to the highway, but I think I'm about to call it just because of the rain coming in. I really would hate for somebody to hit me because they can't see. So let's get all these bags piled up in a couple centralized places and we'll grab it and figure out how many bags we got today. I want to say it's about 5 with a couple of big pieces. And then tomorrow, probably not going to be in this video, but in the next video, we will get the other side of the road up to here and get it knocked out and get this place cleaned up and work on another road after that. All right guys, I just got in the truck. We are heading to go pick up a couple things, a couple piles that I made. Some nice gentleman let me park by his house in here, just so I didn't have to park on the road somewhere out here in these curves and this, you know, there's not much parking out here on these roads. And so I got a tire up here that I found while I was walking earlier. I did pick up this street the other day and I did not see it, but you know, I'm gonna grab it now that I know where it is. And it is right here. Let me pop this seatbelt off. And so y'all are not gonna believe how much that drop hitch that we found in the ditch earlier costs. Yeah, so just a shredded tire from a trailer or something. 2 more piles up here. But yeah, that drop hitch we found, I'm gonna have to look up an exact price on it, but it's got to be a minimum $150, $200, just because anything for these types of trucks is incredibly expensive. You know, one tire for me to replace on this truck, which I got to replace because I got a big old nail in it that they can't fix, but it's still holding air, is right around $450, $500 for a tire on this truck. And it's just crazy stuff. Y'all are probably wondering what these 3 things are, and they're just stuff my wife got me on different trips we took. And just, I guess they're supposed to somewhat watch over me and make sure I don't do anything stupid or get into a wreck. But it's a super beautiful area out here, but it was thundering and I didn't want to get hit, which would just put a big old damper on everything. And so I definitely will be back out within the next couple days to finish up both sides of the road, because I did switch at one point because I did realize I was walking with traffic and not against it. And you never wanna walk with traffic, just because you won't be able to see if somebody's not paying attention. Put that stick back in the earth. And right here is the last big old pile we got down here. So we got 5 bags today. I'll throw up a photo the other day when I did that other road, like I was telling y'all, where I got 12 bags off of that one little road. And so it is definitely going to be interesting. I think we got 5 bags here, but we got a lot more bigger items today than I normally would get. Like this piece of deck board and these 3 bags of trash, and that drop hitch is what I'm excited to go look up and see, because that definitely can be reused. So this is what we pulled out today, all the litter. We got, you know, a couple big pieces, 5 bags of cans and other assorted objects, and then this monstrosity that I just looked up, and it's about $350, $400 for this right here. Like, this thing is expensive, and so somebody's definitely looking for it. I'm going to see if I can find who owned this and try to see if I can find a way to get it back to the rightful owner. And so, but yeah, thank you all for coming, and I will definitely see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a great day.